Hello, everybody. Look what I just got through the mail. I pre ordered it. Now it's here. I'm super excited. I read the other four already so far. They're probably some of the best books I've read on business and social media. So if you don't have them, get it. If you get Audible or something, the Ask Gary V audio podcast is even better than the books. So definitely highly recommend that. In the meantime, I've been super busy, as you guys who are watching these regular know. Um, Builderall, you still didn't get any progress, but the other side did get some progress, and I am working. Let me show you guys on designing the website. Now we have this whole here. Check my setup, by the way. A cup of tea, little side table, computer screen, another computer screen, microphone, daily planner, iPad Pro. This one has been such an amazing tool. Look, this is the little onboarding thing with like deadlines that we have, and it's. I first start off with my. Oh, this might be interesting. You guys might want to see this. Like this is what I do mostly when I. Well, mostly when I build my own website, I do this, and when I do it for a client now for the first time, this is what I take them through. I explain them the process clearly. That first we need to do a discovery phase and figure out the features and the strategy. Then we create the sitemaps, the wireframes. Then we design and revision, and then we start building. Now, the building, here are the deadlines. 13th of January, we need to deliver the wireframes and copy, which means that is tomorrow. No, it's today. Today it has to be finished. Then 5th of February, we will have the draft of the website should be done by the designer. We need to make and oh, where's the camera? There. We need to make animations. 11th of February, the website should be live for testing. 26th of February, oh no, 11th of February, we should deliver it um, to the company that's actually building the website. 26th of February, we have the shooting day. 1st of March, the magazine deadline. 4th of March, the website should be live. 13th of March, the project should be live. So right now we are at the stage of designing and revisions plus copywriting. So, but anyway, this tool is really cool. Like we got some user profiles, brand definitions. So a lot of things some sketches I made here. So the iPad Pro is really helping me. But the end result right now, I'm building in Sketch, and this is somewhat how it looks. I want to show you guys a little bit how I did that. So let me zoom out a little bit. Oh boy. Need two hands. 1 second. I'm just gonna put you guys down. Sorry for that. Okay, there we go. So this will be the main page. So this is what I will give to the designer. And then this designer will actually turn it into something proper. Because I'm not really a designer. I'm just trying to position everything in there. So this is one. Now, unfortunately, I cannot scratch and do the whole other things. But I'll show you guys when the website is done. I will show you everything. It turns out it's a little bit hard. Now, in the previous vlog, somebody asked me a question. So I'm going to try to pull that up and actually try to answer that for you. Now, let me see if I can just put this one here. So how are you guys doing? How is your Builderall journey so far? How do you like Builderall? Did you see the new layout? Did you see the new mailing boss? What do you think of the new mailing boss? I'm very curious to know about that. I think it could have been a little bit better, but I'm not the designer. I think the designs are not very clear. Like they try to make some changes, but I think their user interface can be done nicer. Now I'm very critical. I'm trying to build Builderall U all around. How do you design it? How do you do these things? That reminds me, if you stay on for a few minutes, I will show you another preview of something really cool. Just let me go to the channel first. It's a bit hard to navigate. Should have probably prepped a little bit more, but I just go live, try to squeeze in these lives, and try to do it. So, okay, so the question was done by, YouTube's loading, by Michelle Marshall. Congratulations, your hard work and vision is coming to fruition. Question: what are you getting where you are getting the ideas out of your head? Or when you are getting the ideas out of your head and you see where you want to go or end with it, what process or format do you follow? Now, when I'm learning or when I try to get from some idea in my head to actually build the result, the first thing I want to know is, what does the end result look like? What does the thing that I want to build look like? And I try to imagine the most creative thing possible. I don't care if it's possible in terms of money, I don't care if it's possible in terms of budget. I just try to see, what do I want? Now, the only way you can know what you want is if you did a lot of studying before, because you need to know, like, you only know what you know, right? So if you look at something and your knowledge is limited because you're new to this area, you're new to this space, the first thing you have to do is study. You should read, you should watch videos, you should watch tutorials, you should ask questions to people you admire, and try to enhance your knowledge, because only when you enhance your knowledge and enhance your perception, you can make an educated decision. Otherwise, you're always limited by the knowledge that you have. So I hope that makes sense. So the first step is enhance your perception, enhance your perspective. When you know what you can do, when you know all the options that are out there, now you can suddenly start playing around with it. Like, you need to know which colors you have before you can start painting a nice painting, because if all you know is black and white, then your painting can never become colorful, right? You have to discover how to make these colors first, how to get the colors. Only when you have the colors, you can see and start to decide which color you want to put where in order to create the painting that you want. So that's the first step. Get more information, get more knowledge, read more books, listen to podcasts, ask the right questions. So enhance your perception, enhance your perspective. Once you did that, the second step is try to envision the thing that you want to create. Once you know that, then try to get it out of your head and write it on a paper. For me, the iPad Pro has been a huge help. I just write down a lot of ideas and I throw away a lot of ideas, and I just try to explain it to somebody. It's not for no reason that when you teach to people, you will become a lot smarter. Teaching is actually a very selfish thing. Me starting this channel is one of the reasons why I grow so quickly and scale, because I'll have to explain a lot of concepts that I know I have and I know I can control, but to teach it is totally different. You need to master it on a way deeper level and a way, way more in depth, because if you don't do that, you won't be able to explain it to other people. Like, you might understand how something works, but if you cannot explain it, you don't really understand it as much as somebody who can explain it. So you don't have to do that by teaching it, but you can uh, pretend that you are your own client and then make a presentation so you can understand it. So maybe explain it to your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner, your business partner, or maybe you find somebody on the internet, maybe in the Builderall group, and say, "Hey, I'm looking for a peak performance partner." Like, that's the thing we're gonna do in Builderall U as well. Is that I wanna create a group and then encourage people to find peak performance partners in that group, so you can explain your concept to this person. You can have a meeting once a week and then explain things to this person about what you're doing. Now, if you do that, then you're forced to actually put something on paper. So once you put something on paper, then your ideas go out of your head and actually go on paper. Now, if you can understand and explain this to somebody else, this will help you a lot. So the second step is explain this idea to somebody or explain it to yourself. Write it down, make a presentation. Pretend you have to make that presentation. The presentation is not because you want to keep the presentation, although it's very nice for documentation. The presentation is more based around getting the knowledge out of your head and actually have a clear roadmap of what the process would look like. Now you have that done, you have to start prioritizing. For example, the project I'm working on right now, they want to do a lot of things. They want to have a new website, they want to make a YouTube show, we need to find the location, we need to find guests to be on the show, we need to find a film crew to film it, to edit it, we need to get animations, we need to create a brand guide, we need to make a web design. Like, there's so many things. And then once you have all these fundamental things, which are the core thing of building the thing we want to build, now how do we want to fill up this content? We can do a million different things. I've got a million ideas to create in terms of content, but what do we do and how would that look like? That's the big question. Then time, of course, is a big thing, and money. Like, time and money are the most key things when dealing with clients or when dealing with your own projects. Do you have the time? Do you have the budget? What fits in your time frame and what fits within your budget? So based on that, you prioritize on what is most important to you. So then you have this whole list of what's possible. Then you narrow it down to an MVP, a minimal viable product, or whatever you want to call it, because maybe you don't want to call it an MVP, or maybe I don't like MVP is a relatively new term to me. I only learned it about a year ago and I never really dove into it. I just do. So whatever you want to call it, you make a minimal product. You make something that that you can do within the time frame and within the budget. Now, if you don't know, then you just have to try and work that much harder. That's the whole reason why I want to launch the Builderall U site and everything, but it doesn't fit within my time frame because I'm only hired for 3 days, but I'm actually working for 5 or 6 days a week on this project right now because I know that all these deadlines, they are really, really short term and I really want to push it because I really want to use this project right now that I'm building as my business card. Like I have the opportunity to create something really nice. And if I do this, if I create this and it's a success, then my hourly fee would go up tenfold because people actually know what they're buying. So that's a big part of the reason why I say I deliver, I work 3, 4 times as much as I'm actually getting paid for because I wanna, I really wanna deliver something nice. So that's step number 3, I think we're at now. First step, enhance your perception, enhance your perspective. Second step, look at what it is that you want to do. How does the dream project look like? What do you want to create? What do you want to build? Then how do you prioritize based on budget, skills, and time frame? And once you did that, you start working and you make a plan on what should I do first, how should I do it, and then you have this to-do list of things that you need to do, and you can only do that by setting the deadlines. That's why I showed also these deadlines here, because having these deadlines, especially when you work with other people, you have to follow these deadlines. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense. So these deadlines add pressure, and then you start working. And you don't care about the hours, you only care about the deadlines. So you just work your ass off until you get whatever it is that you want to do. Now, how high you want to push it and how far you want to push it, I had to learn how this program worked. I didn't know how this program worked, and I could have given her sketches, but I like to learn how this program works. Now, I have a lot of experience in Photoshop and Illustrator and other programs, so it's easy for me to adjust and learn. I bought a few courses, I quickly learned from people who already had that experience, got a few skills, and then I started working with it and slowly learning more as I'm going. Um, so then the project is done. You have delivered everything. Now you look back at the process and you look at how can you improve this process. You document everything you did. You build a case study out of it, and then you see what's the next step. Now for me, that's enough for today about this project. But I hope this helped a little bit. So Michelle, please let me know if this was of any help. If any of you have any questions, I love answering these. It gives me a bit of content to talk about, and yeah, I enjoy it. So hopefully you guys got something out of that. I'm trying to look for something cool to show you guys because we're working. In the meantime, I put my designer to work to create something really cool, but I don't know where it is. Where are you? Office.builderall.com. Let me turn the camera around. And what do you think about the new designs, by the way? And if you didn't see it yet, here you will find the new mailing boss. So what do you think about the designs? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm very curious to hear that. My sites. There we go. So we go all the way down. We've got the Builderall font. So this is really cool. Oh, we need to get actually this one, edit. It's not in the menu yet. So for those of you who didn't see this yet, let me just scroll through. It helps you to design your websites. and it's gonna be awesome. So it really shows you how you can use the fonts within Builderall to create some really cool things, how you should design them and how you should do that. And now the editor of Builderall I love. I'm in love with the editor. I think it's an amazing tool. For blogging, I think it sucks. It's really limited, but for building websites and membership areas, it's super nice. Now, this is the new part we just added to it because I felt it was not complete yet. This is really cool. Um, we explain the use of colors, how it works, how you should pair the colors. It's basically an education tool for you to become a better designer. Now we need to have the psychology of colors, which is also a big part of it. And with that, I hope you guys will be able to design awesome websites for your clients. And yeah, because like the templates in Builderall, they're cool. But look, there's what 20, 30, 40, 50,000 people in Builderall right now. If everybody uses these templates, they're not going to be that nice and they're not going to be that special. If everybody's using the same thing, it's nothing anymore. Even though they're nice, like I think there's a lot of very nice templates in there. If everybody's using them, it's less nice. If you can build a bigger brand, you can charge more money. I charge way more money for the project I do right now. Even though I have limited experience, I managed to sell a project that is covering my bills easily for the whole month. Even though I only have to work 3 days on that project, and it's a startup. I'm a startup in there, and normally people get paid 10 times more for the same work that I'm doing right now. So it's all about positioning yourself, knowing how to communicate, knowing how to attract the right clients, and all these things. And that's basically the core of Builderall U. I want to try to help you guys, even though Builderall is probably the cheapest tool on the market and one of the most complete and best tools on the market right now. uh, it doesn't mean that you have to sell yourself for really cheap. If you know a little bit of the fundamental design skills, if you know how to build brands, if you know how to do all these social media things and be an influencer or put yourself out there or uh, have the skills and knowledge to put other people out there, put other brands out there, like I'm doing now with this vegetarian association. If you can do these things, then there's a lot more business opportunities for you coming your way. Because I read or I heard on a podcast, I don't know, but a report said that from the big brands, I don't talk about the small business and medium business owners, but like the big brands, they only have like 10% of their budgets being spent right now on the internet. And very soon this is going to shift. When this is shifting, this will open up so many opportunities for those people who gained the skills. It's like you're just gaining the skills, you're studying, you're learning, you're waiting for everything else to just come your way. So if you position yourself right today in your country, in your area, in your neighborhood, it's just a matter of patience and learning the skills you need to learn, and good things will happen. I am so confident about that because the internet's the future. Look at the statistics, look at how much faster everything is growing, look how much small business owners are closing their normal retail stores just because they can't keep up with the internet, and the internet is so much more convenient. I'm literally living 10 minutes away from a really big town with a lot of nice shops, a lot of nice stores, and I think I've been there 3 times in the past year. Now, I didn't have money to spend on there because I put it everything in my company, and I still am doing that. But I also don't enjoy it because it's super busy. If I go for something to eat maybe. But even that, it's like my supermarket groceries, they get delivered to my door here. I know a lot of people here from America. Some of you might have Amazon Prime. Now we have other things. It's called bol.com, which is also an interesting thing because bol.com is like the Amazon of the Netherlands. But I'm very curious to see what's going to happen when Amazon is really going global and putting an office in the Netherlands or an office in Europe and start shipping at competitive prices with bol.com, with better services, with better everything, more advertising budget. I mean, imagine Amazon bought Whole Foods. Like, Whole Foods should have bought Amazon, not the other way around. Blockbuster should have built Netflix, not the other way around. There's so many examples of businesses that are just too stubborn to change, too stubborn to move, and they're going to lose so much, or they're going to invest so much in the space that we are trying to become experts in right now. So this is the journey of me building that and being a part of that. And I thank everybody who's making it all the way to 2025. Now, if you did make it to 2025 in the next, let's say the next, um, let's say the next 7 days. If within the next 7 days you make it all the way until the end, don't mention anything below because then you're disqualified. And then I cancel the promotion. But I want to know who really makes it all the way to the end. That's my dog. She's really, she's little. Oh, she's doing really good. But anyway, if you made it all the way till the end and you're still here, then send me a message on Facebook. Say I made it to the end. I put you on a list. When the Facebook group opens, I don't know when. It depends on the time I have, but it's gonna open. That's a promise. When it's going to open, I'll give you free access because it's going to be a private paid group where we're really going to try to help you more personally and connect with people who actually want to be a part of something else. There's so much free groups already. This is going to be a paid group. Now, how it's going to go, I don't know, but everybody who enters in the group and pays for the group will get access to Builderall funds and these type of things. So many extras and benefits will come out of it to make it worthwhile. It's going to be a good deal. I just want to work with people who, who also are invested and think it's valuable enough. So send me a message for the next 7 days. So the February 6th, it's the end. Leave a comment down below if you want, but don't say anything about the Facebook group or that you made it till the end. Just leave a comment on one of these questions or what you think about Builderall right now, or what you would like to see more in these lives, or if you have a question, trying to help you out, trying to help you guys become better website builders and better entrepreneurs. So see you later. Bye.